Welcome to the DrVtach Show. This podcast is long-form conversation hosted by Dr. VTach with the top guests in the world of esport, owners, managers, pros, semi-pros, former pros, and content creators of many games. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Dr. VTach Show. We got a special guest today. He goes by the name Gab. He's a phenomenal graphic designer. He does graphic designing for Pro League. He does for majority of, I believe, every single R6 team out there. Does the banners. He did the banner for Wildcard, was or I'm with, and does for Oxygen. So, Gab, how you doing, man?
Yeah, thank you so much for the invitations. I'm great. How are you, man?
Doing good. So, how was Christmas?
Christmas was great, actually. I moved a lot. I traveled a lot to see my family all across Quebec. But yeah, it was great. How about yours, man?
Yeah, it was good. It was good. I have family over from Puerto Rico, from the island, and so we had actually a good time, and then New Year's I had to go to work, so it was like either I could have Christmas off or work on New Year's, and I rather work New Year's because the party on New Year's is usually very late at night, and then everybody's sleeping or something, but Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, those are very important because I have kids, so you tend to dedicate more time for them. You wanted to make it special for them, so I'd just rather have those days off.
Yeah, I'll be on that too soon. I'm gonna be a dad in July, so.
Oh wow! Congratulations, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you. So yeah, I'll be on that touch too. So I'll have to make sure I spend time with my kids and wife and family. But
I'm not nervous. Child?
Yeah, this is my first one.
Oh my!
I'm 22 years old. I'm going to my 23 to 25 January. So yeah, so I'm still young, but this is my first child. So I'm trying to make sure that child's gonna be provided by everything. I'm making money. I'm working 70 hours per weeks. I'm working 7 days per 7 just to make a lot of money, and I'm trying my best out there.
Wow. So yeah, you're in construction, right? I think that's what you told me before.
Yeah, exactly. I'm working with my dad who owns his own company, but eventually I'll own that company, so I'm gonna make a lot of more money. So I'm working towards to have the company on my own.
Wow. Wait, your dad owns a company?
Yeah, for 22 years, I believe. Yeah, in 2003.
Jeez.
He made it on my name and my sister's.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I'm gonna own a company that got my names on it. It's pretty weird, but it's cool though. It's cool.
A lot of parents do that. They name their businesses after their kids.
Yeah.
This
is just the initials, A and G. So my sister's name and my name. So it's cool.
That's nice. And probably in the future when you inherited the company, you probably add your son's name onto there or something.
I know it costs a lot of money to change a company's name, but it's probably just gonna stay the same. But eventually, I'm working a lot to make sure that my kid's gonna inherit my company. So they're gonna have my company. They're gonna have a good. I don't know how to say it in English. Wait. Let me just type it right quick. I don't know how to say, but when you give something after you die to your children's
inheritance.
Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce it, but yeah, I'm working a lot to provide that to them in the future.
Yeah, because it's like when I assume later on in the future, Dad's gonna retire and he wants to, not do this no more. Then he's gonna pass it on to you.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you're still young. You're 23. And you got a long ways to go. And You're pulling in the hours, making the money, doing what you got to do, saving up for your child. Now, do you know what you're gonna have? You Is it a girl, a boy, or you're just waiting?
Not now. Actually, later today, I'm gonna go and listen to his heart. Ooh, heart. I don't know it yet, but in a few weeks, like 3 weeks from here, I'm gonna be able to know if it's a girl or a boy. So yeah, I'm
Mhm.
pretty excited to know what is it.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
because then you're gonna have to decorate the room.
yeah. But
What
before all
color?
that, I have to buy a house. So I'm still in an apartment right now. So
Okay.
I'm gonna buy a house later this next summer, hopefully. With all this crazy prices here in Quebec is phenomenal. But yeah, trying our best right out there, me and my wife. But I'm not worried. I'm not worried. I'll be able to buy a house and provide a house for my child, and yeah, eventually make a perfect place and room for my child.
Oh, that's nice. Now, what does your wife do for a living?
She works with the elder. I don't know how to call it in English, but
With the elderly,
yeah,
senior
in the
citizen
elderly, she's making sure that every elderly house provide every they provide
accommodations and stuff?
everything,
Yeah.
accommodations, and they have no problem. If they have problem, they're gonna have to change them place, make sure they have all the needs, all the supply, and she just deal with everything that they could have problem with
Oh, okay.
hospitals and their own family and stuff. So yeah, she's working out too, and yeah,
Oh, that's nice.
yeah.
That's nice. Yeah, that's pretty neat. Yeah, nowadays it takes two to work. You
Oh,
need two people to work
oh yeah,
because
you
the
do.
economy and how the money, and taxes. Um, Basically need two people to work
I mean, I
because
don't know about uh US. You're from US, right? You're from United
yeah, I'm in
States.
Florida. Yeah.
I don't know about Florida's rent and how everything went crazy, but here in Quebec it went pretty crazy on everything. We're talking about gas, we're talking about apartment, we're talking about house. Everything just went up so quick that none of my generation can provide house, can buy it, can do anything without effectively have two-person to work to pay
Yeah.
it.
Well,
So
same
it's hard.
here.
It's hard. Yeah.
Same here. Yes, same here. My wife and I we both work and we're in the medical field and obviously she makes more than I do, but we're both in the same field and to be really honest with you, it's tough.
Yeah.
It is really tough. And then to find a good place to live, a good area, you're gonna have to pay more. You
I
have to
mean,
pay more
Florida is a
money.
expensive state, right?
Yeah, it's pretty much expensive. It's more like a retirement state. A lot of people come here to
Okay.
like to retire or there's a lot of families that like to go to Disney. You got the parks, you got all the stuff. It's tourists, a lot of tourism here.
Yeah.
But it's come to the point that I noticed that like some apartments, I have a cousin that lives here as well that moved from the island to here. He started off his rent like having to pay 1,300 for I think 3 bedrooms, and then before he left and got into a house, he ended up was his final payments were after a couple years or 3 years or something like that. He was paying 1,600.
Okay, and that's in
So
US,
every
so
year
that's
was going up,
the
going up, going up, going up, and he's like, "I'm just better off just getting my own self a home
oh yeah. Oh yeah.
because it's
I
the
mean, like
economy is getting
I could
crazy."
see your prices are similar to ours since you're in US. So 1,600 is probably 1,900 in Canada. So it's
Mhm.
probably the same's different. But yeah, we're kind of in the same bad situation for everyone. We're trying to make it out, but everything's so high. The prices of the gas is just so high we can afford it, or just trying
Wow.
to just enjoy ourselves and go
Is
out.
there a lot of Teslas out there?
Actually, yeah, we have a lot of Tesla charges in pretty much every superstore. But I see a lot on the road too. Yeah,
I think that's gonna probably be the way to go in the
it's
future.
more and
Get a
more
Tesla.
popular. Yeah,
Yeah, you're gonna get an electric car because gas is going really crazy.
I
And
mean,
no,
Canada have planned to ban all gas car around 2035, I think what they said. So it's basically
mm,
in 11 years from here. But I can't wait to see how big electric cars will get eventually.
yeah, I'm sure they're gonna make some type of exception on electric on vehicles gas. I'm sure they're gonna be like, okay, if you're it's gonna have to be a a classic or something like that, because I'm imagine those cars, those car owners, car collectors that have classic cars, a 1957 Chevy convertible. How can you tell that person you can't drive that no more on the road? It's
Yeah,
it's going to be
yeah.
tough. I think there's going to be quite a bit of a protest to that, because it's going to be hard on, especially on people that have exotic cars, like Lamborghinis or Ferraris. They use gas,
I mean,
and
right
then
now I'm having a Colorado, a Chevy Colorado, and
mhm.
I used to have a Dodge Challenger, but the Dodge Challenger brand it's getting ended in 2023, so it's over. We won't see them anymore, and it's kind of sad. This is my favorite car. I was able to have my dream car on my 20s, and I'm very grateful for that. But it's sad to see that Camaro and Dodge Challengers getting over and it getting replaced by a Challenger, electrical Challengers who looks ugly, very ugly. It's not attractive at all. So it's weird.
Wow,
They're
that
trying to convert beautiful cars into electric ones and just don't make sense at
they
the
don't
end.
even look good.
Yeah.
They got to make it look good, or keep it looking basically the same. Or are they going to ban hybrids as well?
I don't think so. Probably if they want to just make sure everyone's right electrical cars, they're gonna have to ban hybrid too. I guess,
Yeah,
but
because
I haven't
hybrid is
heard
like
of.
half electric and half gas.
Yeah,
So
yeah, but I don't know. I don't know. I haven't heard anything from that yet, but we'll see. We'll see.
yeah, I'm, I mean, right now I think all these major companies are going to be going towards hybrid and electric. I
Yeah,
think that's going to be the future. Right now, like I own a minivan, and it's Toyota, and Toyota made their new minivans completely hybrid. They're no longer going to be just gas. So they're just starting off just like, okay, it's going to be hybrid, and that is it. You can't get all gas now. Now it's all hybrid on the Toyota minivans. So a
okay.
lot of these companies are just going electric and just maintaining it, because I think they see the future in that. One
They
is
are actually they are
they're
featuring that.
they're faster. I mean, see
I've
that
seen
Roadster?
Tesla. Yeah.
They're way faster. I mean,
Yeah, they have torque, a lot of torque,
a
but they're
lot.
growing fast, and everyone's gonna try and buy it. I mean, I'm not interested in the Tesla. I don't find it attractive, even if the interior you have to open. If you want to open your glove box, you have to go through your screen. You don't have a button anymore. It's kind of weird.
Yeah,
Your car die, and you can't even open your glove box anymore or
yeah.
it might have a tweaks, but I don't know about it. But it's weird. It's weird do we have to end like this?
Correct. Yeah, because it's like, imagine like you get stuck or whatever, God forbid, but your keys to your house is in the glove and you can't, and you're like, what the heck? I can't even get inside my, I can't open up my glove compartment. Probably gonna have to break it or something.
Yeah, it's gonna break the glass and just go in.
Or your baby's crying and you got the pacifier, you know, the little sucky thing that they,
Yeah.
and it's in there, you can't open it up. Oh gosh. You end up breaking it. That's interesting. Now, you guys don't pay medical insurance, right? Or you do?
Actually, no, we don't. We don't. I mean, we do, but very little, since we have Canada insurance that cover us every
Mhm.
Canadian citizen. So yeah, we're cool about it. It's fun. So that is a
Yeah.
great plus. That unfortunately Trump from your side removed the Obamacare. That was trying to make doing the same thing as Canada. But yeah, I don't know about how big your bills have to be paid for.
Yeah. Ours, well, it's not everybody qualifies for it. You know, over here, you got a millionaire or somebody that makes a lot of money or et cetera. Can I just like, okay, I wanna just stay with Obamacare or something like that. It's not that easy. You gotta qualify for it. You gotta meet the criteria.
Oh,
Um,
Obamacare is still there? I thought it was abolished by Trump. Is it still
no,
there?
well, far as I know, I haven't checked on it. I, what Trump did, he just made some adjustments to it.
Okay.
He did some adjustment. I know when last time when I saw on the news, he did adjustments to it to fix it because he wanted the like the rich pay more and then the poor pay less. It was really very weird how he structured it.
Okay.
He got with some experts because he was more about money and the economy, how to make the economy flow, how to make it work. So he had to cut some corners and figure out ways how to save and um and give the people that really need it. And because sometimes there's some people that could work and they were just taking advantage of the system,
Yeah.
like like welfare or any type of government assistant. But then you see them having the latest cell phone, nice shoes,
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
and you're like, wait 1 second, you're getting you're getting all this stuff, and you're perfectly healthy, you're perfectly fine, you can go to work, and you don't want to work. So what he wanted to do is give those to the people that really in need, like single mothers, um,
Okay, yeah.
handicapped people that they really need all the free stuff. They could go ahead and obtain it.
Veterans and yeah. Okay.
Veterans, yeah, stuff like that. So I know that's what he was trying to do, and then put the people that they're perfectly healthy, go to work. There's
Yeah.
lots of work, and
Yeah.
when he was in office, construction work was all over the place. It was all over. He didn't
I mean,
care.
it's open jobs for everyone, and no one had to look actually for a job. When you looked for it, you had one. That's a positive thing, I think. But
Mhm.
yeah, if they had a lot of construction site they can't provide at the end, it's it's hard to fill it up. So
Yeah, it is. So over here in Florida, there's a lot of housing, real estate, a lot of constructions. A lot of people are like moving here, and then from here they go to some other places because some people find certain areas in Florida a little bit too boring. There's
okay,
nothing much to do, so they'd like explore other sections of the state, or they move to another state, or they want to go to New York. Some people that are from New York come over here and they find it
that's
here
the
too.
opposite side. That's far from New
Yeah,
York.
this is
You
too
completely change the zones.
boring.
You're changing the zone, the time zone, right? New York to
No, it's
Florida.
the same time zone,
Oh,
same
same time
Eastern
zone.
time.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Eastern time. Uh, but the thing is that in New York, you get snow, you get a lot of things that we don't get here. Over here, it gets cold. Yeah, there's sometimes, like today, it was like 50 some degrees going out because we get that cold wind that comes up north and it comes completely down south,
Okay.
and that cold front. But that's basically it. Now, a lot of people are so used to the season changes and stuff like that, so they end up wanting to go back home, and they're like, okay, I'm not used to it.
Yeah.
Some people are used to the busy life, the city and stuff like that, and they're like, okay, I gotta go back. I can't. This is too much for me. It's too mellow.
Yeah.
That happens like that. But yeah, I wish we have free. I mean, I think every Canadian has free medical insurance. Over here, no, we got to pay for it.
Yeah.
You work, you want a really good medical insurance, you got to pay,
Yeah.
and it's a lot of money. It takes a
Yeah.
big chunk out of your paycheck, plus taxes and stuff like that, and it's just like, wow, it's
Yeah.
it's a lot. It's a lot.
It's hard
So
for a lot of people.
correct. Now, I had Chris Lama over here on the show
Yeah.
not too long ago, and he was talking to me. We were talking about maple syrup.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So I know that maple syrup is very popular in Canada. It's like
Yeah. It's one of our brand actually. So
yeah,
it's one of our Quebec's brand because it's not. You can find it everywhere in Canada, but Quebec it's more. Uh, you can find it more in Quebec since 70% of our province are not uh, like no one live on there. It's all trees. It's all nature. So basically, you can find my maple syrups everywhere. This is where um this is actually where maple tree are more. We actually have more maple trees in Quebec, so it's more often to find it.
as you find it everywhere. Now, you
Yeah.
have a specific brand that you like the most. You got one that you like. Oh, I like this one.
Actually, I know I'm gonna get slapped for that, but I'm not a maple guy. I'm not a sugar guy.
Okay.
It's too, so much sugar. It's good
Yeah,
though, but it's kind of too much. I hate the sticky feeling. This is one of
yeah,
my. I hate it so much. So maple is very very sticky. So
yeah.
I can't have it on my mouth without like god, this is so sticky. It's too much. It's too much for me. But have a
Yeah,
great taste. Have a great taste.
yeah. He was telling me that one of his favorite ones comes in a can. So I'm
Yeah,
like, okay,
yeah, yeah. This
I'm
is
gonna
the
have to
basic
try. I'm
one.
gonna order
This is
it.
the
I'm gonna
basic
go
one.
online
I
and
can
order
send
it.
you one over if you want to. I can send it over.
Really?
If you want to taste it,
That'd
I
be
can send it
awesome.
over.
That'd be awesome. That'd be awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll check it out. I'll definitely send you one. You'd love
Sure.
it.
Now, talking about Rainbow now,
Yeah.
because how do you got into Rainbow? You got into Rainbow, or you just how did it all started for you?
It's all started when I was 18. Yeah, it's all started when I was 18. I saw a guy named Vortex is one of my first captain and teammate back in the days, and I saw a looking for player posts on Facebook.
Mm,
And I wasn't on Twitter yet, and I was like, "Hey, yeah, why not? I'm not that bad, but I'm sure are interested in competition, so why not try and go see what it looks like?" Because that was actually my first time in comp, and yeah, I was trying to make my names. We did made a small names in Quebec. We made every single league that was possible back then. We're talking about ESA. I don't know if you kind of remember that one. ESA Contender and Premier. CCL. We're making a lot of it. Uh, but yeah, we were trying to make our names back there, and I started comp back in 2018 or 19.
oh, you came in right at his prime when Rainbow had
Yeah,
the big boom,
yeah,
2019. Yeah.
yeah. And maybe a year or 2 years later, I went to CL with it was named OCG, Oceanus Gaming, but now it's Gaming Gladiator
Mm-hmm.
by the two brothers Nick and I don't know what the name is, but it's two brothers coming from Quebec actually, and went into Dota 2, and they made a hell of an impression out there in Dota. They were
Really?
all around the world. They won majors, uh, like they won every tournament. I think they lost 2 tournaments the last 2 years, and all of the rest they won it. They made a lot. They made a big impression back there. So yeah, it's fun to see and to, how do I say this? God, how do I say this? It's fun to know that I was in that org back in the
Okay.
days, and to see how big they went. They made a big rebrand, but it's fun to see that I went there, and I had a great experience with these guys. It was fun. It was fun.
That's awesome. So from there, and then how do you got into graphic designing? This is the interesting part.
Yeah. Basically, I'm doing graphics since I'm 13. That was small graphics there and there, and I stopped for like 8 years, and I restarted for Rainbow Six. I had fun, and when I was doing banners for the organization I was for. We're talking
Mm-hmm.
about Windstorm Gaming, NTNS, uh, many orgs that I went into, but nothing very professionally. I mean, I wasn't making money like I'm making today. Even today, I'm not making a lot of money. I'm just, just some commissions.
Mm-hmm.
But when I saw my ex player, because before going to that, I went into managing instead of being a player in esports. So I was able to manage a lot of good players that today went in PL or have a great name into the R6 NA scene, such as Bryos. We're talking about Twist. We're talking
Mm-hmm.
about a lot of players that today have a great name, and I'm so proud of them today.
Oh wow.
So when I saw one of my ex-player Twist in Luminosity, I was like, hey, these guys, Luminosity just came back. They're back in R6PL. I was like, hey, why not making these guys banner just for fun? So I
Mm-hmm.
made them banners. They all liked it. They all loved it. They all put it in their current banner. And it was like, hey, why not continue? I had a lot of good reviews, and I was like,
Mm-hmm.
why not continue? So I went to do every single NA team. I think I'm missing 2 though. But I did Oxygen, I did M80, I did Mirage, I did a lot of NA team, and I went for AU right after that. So I was like, why not making a challenge just to myself and see how it goes? And I had great feedbacks, and I'm super happy, super happy.
Wow. Now you went to school for this, or you took any courses?
I would say yes or no. I have three diploma in uh informatic tech. I don't know what to call it. Tech support. There you go. I have 3
Okay.
diploma in tech support, so I used to work with Ubisoft back in the days as a tech support, and that
Wow.
wasn't kind of my thing. I had to wake up at 3 a.m. and come back at 7 p.m. I was
Oh,
all
those are
the way back in Montreal, so it was like, I can't have a life like that. So yeah, I quit, and that's how I went with my dad in construction instead, and I love it. But I never stopped doing repairing computers. I'm helping everyone. I know all softwares, and it's never lost. It's like learning bicycles. It's you know how to ride a bicycle, even if you haven't ridden one in 10 years. It's the same thing. So I did took courses about doing graphic designs, but that wasn't my primary one. That was just uh that was just a part of it, of my diploma.
Mm.
But I did a lot of things.
Let me tell you what, I truly admire your work. There's this girl that does my also my graphic designing when I needed her, and she does a really good job. But I could see the difference, um, how yours is compared to other people, and it's like a different quality. You may use a different program, and and so I, not to discredit her, I mean she did a phenomenal job in certain stuff, and will help me out. And then when I got with wildcard, I noticed they all had a banner, and I'm like, man, I want, I want that banner. And so I had to tweak it on my favor, because they
Yeah,
sent me one and I just didn't like it. And then I said, let me go here and let me see what I could do with my phone.
I
And
remember that day when I saw it. I was like, "Wait, who's that guy? Is the Twitch communication?" And I mean, that's my banner. I was like, "That's funny." He was able to tweak something, and he made it great. Actually, it looked great. So I was like, you know what? It's fine, take it." But yeah,
I
eventually
I I had
you
no clue. See, I thought the same person that did my banner, because Dispa, he went ahead. He says, "I'm gonna send you a banner. I'm gonna send you everything." I'm gonna say, "Okay, fine." When he sent it to me, I was like, "This is
that's not
all.
the one.
What? What is this?" But I didn't want to, bug and say, "Hey,
Yeah,
can you send me the red one? I like the red one better." And I just kept it quiet. So I use my Galaxy Note S20 Note Ultra.
your cell
So this
phone's
one,
making graphics. That's
yeah.
perfect.
But this one has, like, the stylus and all that. I could do some things to it.
Yeah,
So I could copy, paste, and do quite a stuff to it. So, and I just said, okay, this is what I want. I'm gonna put Doc in there because it matches with Dr. VTech.
oh, I haven't made the link. I
Yeah,
haven't made the link. I knew you put dog, but I haven't made the link that Dr. Vita. Yeah, okay, that's great. That's great.
yeah. So then I went ahead, I put Dr. VTech, and put that there, and just added some stuff, and I said, fine, I'm done. And it was just sloppy work, but I just did it and I got it done and over with, because the first one that it gave me was just so plain. There was
Yeah.
nothing. There was no life to it.
Okay.
And I think they just told the person, listen, just do a quick draft for the person. Just do a quick one. Uh, we're really busy, etc. Just do a fast
Yeah.
one, and that's what he did. He just went in and slapped it. So when I saw you on Twitter and on or Twitter or slash X now,
Yeah.
and you were saying, "Oh, how you did this," and I was like, "Who is this guy?" And then when I clicked on you, because I usually click on the people that start talking to me to find out who they are.
Yeah, me too. A lot.
So
Yeah.
I click and I'm like, "Oh snap! This is the guy." Oh no! I
Yeah.
was like, "Wait a second! No, this is the guy that makes this banner." I was like, "Oh, he's gonna be so upset."
Oh no. Oh
So
no, I'm
I was
not.
like, listen.
I
So then
wasn't.
that's
I
when,
wasn't. I
and
found
I
that
was
very
like,
funny, but it's clever. It's cool.
yeah. So I was like, listen, yeah, let me show you. That's when I start showing you, this is what
Yeah.
they sent me. And I thought it was you. And I was like, I was gonna, and you're like, no, I didn't do none of those. And I was like, okay. So then I was so confused
Because
because I thought you were officially.
I'm not any org employees. I do it just by myself, so I'm not even a graphic designer for a wildcard. I was just doing it for my challenge, and it appears.
Let me tell you, everybody uses it. Merc uses
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Hacker
I
uses
talked
it.
to Mark very currently, and great guy, great guy, and I was so glad he put my banner on.
Hmm.
Once when I finished it and I put it on Twitter / X today, he
Yeah.
immediately DM'd me to say thank you. It looks great, and I was like, damn, my works is working. That
Yeah.
that is actually the punch I had to have to just like, damn, continue, man. It's cool, and I liked it. And a lot of pro league players came to me to like, hey, thank you, or hey, can you make me one? So
Mhm.
yeah,
That's how you got to be known.
I gained almost 100 followers in the past 3 months just by doing my challenge. So 2024 is going to be a great year for that challenge, and I'm just going to
Correct.
continue and make every single team until I don't have inspirations or the kids coming in. But I'm going to try my
Yeah.
best to make every single team, and that's a great challenge because no one had this idea in 8 years, and I'm glad that I had it. So
Correct.
it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah, because the problem with a lot of graphics designers, they would go into people's Twitch stream and you know start advertising. They immediately get blocked because they're doing self promo,
Okay.
and it puts a real stain onto them because now nobody wants to deal with them because they broke a rule.
Yeah.
On the contrary, what you did was you did something for somebody, and then from then on, word of mouth went through all over the place.
I mean, I had no contract.
Wow.
I just made it all for fun. I had no contract whatsoever for every single banners, except one. I'm sorry. I got Ariel Arise, the founders, Rusty, DM me and asked me to make their banners, their new team banners from NA and their PL team from Oceania. So I made both of them, and he was very happy, and he supports me every single work I do, and I'm glad to know that a great CL team, a great T2 teams, such as Ariel Arise supports me. That's great. And actually, the Ariel Arise is one of my favorite ones.
Mm-hmm.
It's simple, but yeah, I like it. I like it.
There's sometimes you don't need to meet. Yeah, I used to draw a lot in school,
Okay.
and I love drawing, and that was a part of my life. And I noticed that sometimes certain things, when they're simple, is more elegant.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
It just
And
has
I'm
to
trying
say,
to
you don't
keep
need to put so
the
much stuff.
yeah, and I'm trying to keep the how to say it I'm trying to keep the style org, the logo org, and try to mix it with how I know best. And actually, with the Ariel Rise, I put skies, clouds, I put sun's effect. So it was going great. It fits great with the logo, which is a plane. So it was just I'm trying to make it for every single org. Like the Beast Coast, it's a bluish white one. So
Yeah,
I made multiple. I made the gray, just simple 2 colors, white and blue. I fitted with the right colors and did it quite good actually. It's one of my favorite too. The Beast Coast one, I like it very much.
I think you do good all around.
I
I
mean,
think
I
you do good
have
on all of them. I haven't seen now. Do you do EU? Have you did BDS?
BDS. I did, yeah,
You
I
did.
did.
Oh my god, that one's also really nice. Geez, you
BDS, yeah,
did
I like it.
every.
I like it.
And what about G2?
I haven't made it yet because I'm missing G2 and SSG. SSG is from NA and G2 is from AU, but I'm
Uh-huh.
missing those two because they're so big. They're so big that their banner are already awesome. And trying to
Yeah,
beat that, it's hard because
it's hard.
most of them are using 3D, and I'm not using 3D. I don't know how to use it, so it's hard to just try to compete to make it better. But eventually, I'll do it in 2D eventually. But when I'll get a big inspiration, it was like, okay, I can beat this only with my software. That's it.
Yeah.
So I'll
How
get to it
expensive are the
eventually.
software that you use for graphic design? I know some that go like $1,000 or $900.
Yeah, that's the thing, and that's kind of a secret shame, I would like to say, because
Yeah.
I'm not using Photoshop. I'm not using any paid or big software. I'm only using GIMP. I don't know if you know GIMP.
Mm-mm.
GIMP is basically the free version of Photoshop. It's not the same
Okay.
company, but it's free, and I'm using it since I'm 13, and I know it by heart. I know it, like, I know everything about GIMP, so I'm capable of making every single banner different, with different style, different way to do it. But yeah, it's my little secret to
Yeah, yeah. You don't want to get too much of
I
your
reveal my
secret out.
secret that I'm using GIMP, a free software, but it came out very, very clean.
Nice. Nice. So and and while doing with software now, you're thinking about doing 3D as well, or are you thinking that's coming in the future?
I'm very interested in doing so, but eventually I'll get into it, and but yeah, I just have to take the time to learn it. But yeah, eventually I'll try and combine them with my banners and my works.
Okay. Now, I'm gonna tell you, if all the orgs get together and I mean, there's got to be an opportunity for you in this. There's
Yeah.
gonna have to be an offer. I don't think it'll be fair that one org say, "Okay, you're mine and that's it. I don't want you to do no banners for nobody but for us."
Oh yeah.
That's
Okay.
gonna be tough, and then you're gonna be like, "But wait, I do banners for everybody," and
I mean, at
I don't know
that
what.
point, I think it's only gonna be an arrangement, because if I'm gonna work for an org that I'm waiting
Mhm.
for, actually, if anyone hear me, just come and give me an offer. We're gonna talk about this. But if I'm going to work for an org, eventually I'll get paid, of course. But I would like so much to continue doing my challenge, because this is just for myself, and I'm trying to make a name out there. If I'm working under an org as a graphic designer, um, it's more like an under thing. When I'm doing every single banner for every teams, I'm moving around a lot, so my name's
Mhm.
getting no's from other countries other than United States and Canada.
Okay, so you're doing mainly for US and Canada, you're saying?
No. What I was trying to say is, doing what I'm doing right now with my
Uh-huh.
banners, I'm not doing only US and Canada. I'm moving
Okay, you're
around,
not
so
okay.
I'm getting known from more country others than US and Canada. So I'm glad to receive to receive clients that asking for banners that come from Germany, that come from Japan. I have a pro league player for Elevate who asked me to make their banner, and Elevate is Asia. So it's fun to know that my name is getting known from other
Oh,
countries.
so Elevate wants you to do their banners too?
Not Elevate, only one player that asked me to make his personal banners.
Okay.
Yeah, but Wildy actually from EU, I believe. Yeah,
Yeah,
EU is from
Wild? Yeah.
Ireland. Yeah, he asked me to do their banner. It
Oh,
was
yeah,
like
their banners.
I did wait. I did Virtus Pro, and on that post Wildy, I don't know how to pronounce their org name.
I
Is
think
it
it's
Wild?
Wild, yeah.
Wild or Wildy? Yeah, I'm
Wild,
pronouncing
yeah.
Wild. It's
They
better.
follow
So
me.
yeah.
That org follows me on Twitter now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're really
Oh,
nice.
nice.
They're
But
really
yeah,
nice. I
Wild
mod for like 2
comment.
other players, so
Okay, okay. So yeah, when I put my Virtus Pro banners, the org actually comment itself and just say, "Can't wait to see what you're gonna do for us." Like he was excited to see what kind of work I was gonna came out with for them. So it was kind of cool to receive feedback from them. They were happy to, they were happy on how it looks like at the end.
Wow. I bet that's does it put a lot of stress on you to make
No,
sure
no.
like, oh, I gotta get this perfect. I gotta get this done or
No, because I just going with the flow. I'm making 2 or 3 version. It was like, nah, no, that worked. So I'm gonna try it again and do it better.
Mhm.
And yeah, that's what I actually came up with. And when I post it on Twitter, it's because I'm confident that I like it,
Yeah. Yeah.
that I'm proud
I
of,
mean,
and
you did both of my banners. You did and I love it because you put the microphone and I was like, wow, this is so awesome. And then I was like, you know what? I need a banner for my
yeah,
my logo because I did my logo. I just there was a software company and I just slapped it on and I just tried to get ideas from others. And it was just like same. I noticed that mine was the same, looks the same of many others. It
yeah.
wasn't different. And then when I asked you, you're like, sure, no problem. And then yours was like, whoa, like totally very professional. I had people that are not even in the gaming industry even compliment the logo. The
Oh,
logo.
nice.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
like, man,
glad
nice
to hear. I'm glad
logo.
to
And
hear.
I was like, thank you. That's a buddy of mine.
That's cool. I
Yeah,
love to have feedbacks, and yeah, it's cool.
you should probably. I mean, you probably go on. Man, where is it? There's a website that people do logos and they get paid for it.
Fiverr.
Yeah, Fiverr.
Fiverr. Yeah, I
Right there.
never went on there, and I'm not kind of interested on that.
Yeah.
I'm not kind of a logo guy. I'm more of actually a banner guy.
A
It
banner.
sounds
Okay.
simple or kind of stupid because banners is just graphic designs and you can do everything as a graphic designers. But I'm very more specialized in doing banners, and I know that I'm good at it, so I'm gonna keep going at it until I'm tired of it. I'm gonna try different stuff around. But I'm not a logo guy. I did it, and I'm proud of your logos. But it's not more my type. It's not the work I do usually. But
Mhm.
I loved doing your logo. It wasn't that hard. It wasn't that long.
Which one?
But yeah,
My logo?
yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I made
Yeah.
multiple logo, but yeah, I prefer banners.
I mean, dude. I mean, when I saw it, I was like, okay, you need to go to Hollywood. You need to go to
Come on,
Disney
man.
or Universal Studios to have
Yeah,
them, hire you because I saw it. I just fell in love. I was like, man, I want to have my own hat with my logo, shirt,
oh yeah,
t-shirt,
yeah, I understand. Yeah,
something because it came out so nice.
yeah. Actually, it did. It
So
did.
it came out really nice. Everybody liked it. Even the people that I deal with podcasting that give me advice and
Okay,
stuff like that. They even said it themselves. They're like, "Wow, where you got that logo?" I'm like,
that's
"Yeah, I
cool.
got Gabs on Twitter. Follow him, and they were
Are
like,
you telling them you get it for free? Like, yeah,
"No,
I
I
got it
keep it
for free,
quiet.
man.
That part
You
I
keep
keep
it
it
quiet.
quiet." Yeah, I didn't say I get it for free. I said a buddy of mine did it. The thing is, because I want that decision to be your own
Oh
to
yeah,
say it's
it
free.
was. It was.
Um, and sometimes some people will I I know certain people in this world would see a person with this type of talent that you have and I don't want them to abuse it. Like, hey,
Yeah,
do this for me, do this and do this and do this.
yeah,
And then you don't get even a penny. And these are people that are very well off. They have a lot of money. They could, give you something.
yeah.
I know I offered you money. I offered you to pay you something, and you just said no and no and no
I
and
mean,
no. But that's
we
how
built a
I
great
am.
relation. Yeah, we built a great relations between us,
Yeah,
and I was like, yeah, sure, why not? You asked me to just modify the banners I did for wildcard Rainbow Six, and it was like, that will take like 20 minutes maximum. And yeah, we keep talking until you asked me for a logo, and it was like, sure, why not? I mean, that could be interesting, and I know that for a fact. And just look how it brings me. It brings me into that podcast because we build a great relationship.
correct.
And so I did the logo because I kind of knew that it would help me building a name, and I'm not always doing it for money. Actually, I had three contract, not contract, but I had three clients that asked for a personal banner, and I did it, but I'm not the kind of guy who asks for money, and I don't know how much I should charge for it. So I
Yeah.
asked many friends how much they are charging, and I based it on what they said to me, and I'm not comfortable really to ask for money for what I'm doing. I
Hmm.
know it's worth money, but
Yes.
it's not
Yes.
me.
I could tell you hands down, your stuff, the way you make it, it's worth a lot of good amount of money. You could get paid pretty good because I know you're gonna always stick with a construction.
Yeah,
You're gonna inherit the business that's gonna pass down generations and generations of in your family. It's gonna go to you, gonna go to your son. That's your son's future. You're gonna make sure this company is intact, doing everything's
yeah,
working perfect. So that's the bread and butter. This is the hobby.
yeah. This
But
is
you
what I call the sideline.
Yeah,
So
it's a sideline, something on the side you do as a hobby. It keeps you entertained, it's fun, and that's what I do with podcasting. Yes, I work in the medical field. My heart and soul is to help save lives, make
that's
sure
great. That's
people
great.
do good. That's
Yeah,
my bread and butter. Podcasting is a hobby. Now, don't get me wrong, if I become explosive and very famous and popular, I'm making big money,
yeah,
then but I don't like to feel things could go up and down when it comes to money. I gotta make sure I get a paycheck.
yeah. Exactly. A paycheck coming in every
And
week, and yeah,
if I make amount of money as, like, for an example, as Joe Rogan,
yeah. That guy is
he make
another level.
he's in another way
Oh,
another level. He's making 100. I heard through, and now don't quote me on this, but this is like a rumor or something they said through other podcasters and people that analyze that he's making averaging $100,000 per episode
of course he is. I'm not even surprised.
due to the contract with Spotify.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because
Actually, yeah. He had a contract
he's
with
exclusive
Spotify.
on Spotify.
Yeah.
So, man, $100,000. I said I'm gonna work this month, and I could probably just retire off of that.
Yeah.
Just do like a whole bunch and say, okay, goodbye.
Yeah. That's
But
it.
that's it. I could buy a house now. I could buy a car. I could buy whatever I want and just live off taxes or not live off not taxes. Live off interest,
Yeah.
bank interest. Just put it on the bank and just live off the interest. I mean, you gotta have a lot of money to live well on interest, but he's making it really. He's got it really good. He's got it really good.
Oh,
And
yeah.
for me, right now, I'm starting off with a podcast, and it's getting out there, and I'm getting to be known little by little,
Yeah.
big names and stuff like that in the esport industry. I'm not sticking to only one title, one game. I know some other people out there they're doing podcasting, but they stick to one solo game,
Yeah.
and they stick to that. For me, I'm gonna be different. I'm gonna do more general
Yeah.
uh esport. get everybody involved, and everybody has their exclusive style.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody does their podcast a little bit different. I had certain plans that I wanted to do, but then I'm more a one-on-one person.
Yeah.
There's some people like doing groups and talking in groups
In the studio and
in studio.
yeah.
There's a guy that I like a lot. He's a phenomenal. It's very funny. Is I think is Bobby Lee. He's a podcast for Tiger Belly.
Bobby
Very
Lee.
funny. Very
Oh
funny.
yeah,
guy.
yeah. I know him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
he's
know
running
him.
the
Yeah,
podcast with
his
how is it
his
called? I mean,
is with his wife,
Ginger
his
Friend?
ex-wife. Yeah, his ex-wife. They were
Okay.
married 10 years and they got divorced and they're just still best friends.
Okay.
But yeah,
That's great.
they're still best friends. And his style of podcast is very totally different.
Oh yeah.
And then he's involved in another podcast called Bad Friends or Bad
Yeah,
Something.
exactly. That was the one I was talking about. This is so absurd, but I love it. They're so
Yeah.
stupid. But
So each style is different. Then you got Joe Rogan type of style. It's more
Yeah.
the one-on-one, what like I like to do. It's one-on-one, get personal and become friends with that person. But he brings in everybody, scientists. He
Yeah.
brings Elon Musk. He brings, I mean, forget it. He got
they have no filter whatsoever. They
no
go with the
filter.
pure flow of the show, and that's what I like.
Correct. Yeah, that's the best. That's how I like it.
Yeah.
So I make my name through that, and it's getting bigger now due to the podcast more than what I did streaming. So I see how you are doing. Like, yes, you became popular doing a couple banners. Now everybody knows.
Popular is a big word. Popular is a big word.
I want to tell you right now.
I'm getting known slowly, but I'm not looking to be popular. I love my work being seen, and yeah, but popular is a big word.
It is. Well,
it is.
You're. I mean, you're the big talk.
I mean, I only have 600 followers. It's not much, but
well, I always said there was something about the followers that I thought, okay, a lot of these followers you're gonna get, a lot of them are like spam.
Oh yeah, I do.
Yeah. Okay. So it's not that. I believe it's not how many followers you have, is who is following you.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a totally different ballpark.
Oh yeah, definitely.
If you got like the owners or you got big people following you, okay, I'm going to give you an example. I assume you're a hockey guy, right? Because you're from Canada.
Yeah.
Or you like soccer or football.
Yeah. Pretty much all of them.
Now, would you rather have all the hockey fans follow you, or would you like to have Wayne Gretzky follow you?
Yeah. You already know the answers. Definitely Wayne Gretzky.
Fine, keep all the fans to yourself.
Yeah.
But I want Wayne Gretzky. Once I have Wayne Gretzky, Gretzky following me, okay, fine. I'm happy.
I mean, yeah, I will be happy, but
yeah,
fine. He's following me, but he get no interaction with my posts.
Yeah, that's true. But it once people see like, wait, why is Wayne following this guy?
Yeah,
and it's gonna make everybody curious.
Oh yeah.
As for me, I don't have a big, humongous thousands or whatever. I'm in the hundreds as well, low hundreds. But if you look, I got tons of pro players, tons of professional pro league players in the esport that follow me. I even got, I think I mentioned this before on another episode. Got Summit 1G follows me. I got Renegade from FaZe right now, like considered the number one Halo player.
Yeah.
Currently follows me. Well, I know Jonathan for a while, but we became friends. I think he was actually the first person, the first pro league player that I got to mod for was him,
Okay.
and I cherish that. So it's who's following you, and you get all these people following you that are really
Uh,
important people, that they're professionals and pros, and
I mean, basically,
and
right now it's all friends, but I'm getting more and more pro league players or pro league
yeah,
scene. But yeah, eventually I get there, and
because what they'll do is they'll
all I
repost your
want,
stuff.
and yeah, all I want is it's hard because Twitter is just basically a feed view. You just scroll, scroll, scroll. You don't have to interact with everything.
Yeah.
But sometimes just a little like could help. I'm
Uh-huh.
taking example of Dream from Oxygen.
Mhm.
When I did their banner, um, it just comment great work. I love it, and out of a sudden, I had like 100 likes just because that one player who was actually very good, very popular, just commented one of my posts, and it just glow up. I remember one of my biggest posts is when I put three of my work, and I just said in the post. Let me just trying to. Yeah, I just put four of my uh, uh, favorite banners that I did, and I was like, how can I get to get more impression of my works? I'm always getting 1K impressions for 3 likes, and out of a sudden, I have 500 likes for 50,000 views just for that one tweet that was like, how can I get more followers or more likes? And just
Mhm.
out of a sudden, just pop off. It was funny. It was very funny.
Well, because a lot of times through through certain messages, people could feel the
Yeah,
humbleness. They could
yeah,
they could they could they feel, okay, this is a humble person. This person is trying real
yeah,
hard, putting a lot of effort to grow. And that's why I totally admire that, especially about you. You're very humble. You're very humble. That's one of the things I noticed about you. You're a very humble person.
yeah,
You're not stuck up. You're not cocky, and that's why I offer you to come on the show, because we're like becoming like really good friends.
yeah.
And and that's what I'm saying, man. I get along with Canadians. I don't know what it is. Chris Lama, we just like clicked instantly. It's like, man, it's like I know him for such a long time. Same goes with you. It's like I know you
Yeah,
for. I'm like, man, I kind of know this guy, and I'm like, it was funny because I told Chris not long ago. I said, I talked to my mom. I said, Mom, I get along with these Canadians. They're such nice people. She's like, well, you got a little bit of French in you. I go, really? She goes, yeah.
really.
And I was like, how's that? Said, well, you're very light complexion. And I'm like, said, well, your grandfather, his mom was French
French from France or
from
Quebec?
France.
Oh,
Yeah.
France. All right. Okay.
And she was French, completely French. And I was like, really? I'm like, yeah. That's why your grandfather, his whole entire hair was completely white and all this and that, his light complexion as well. And I was like, really? They're like, well, so you need to speak Francais. It's like, oh, okay.
Francais. Yeah.
Yeah. You speak French. So, um, so I was like, wow. So I didn't know that. So I
That's
made a
true.
joke out of
Yeah.
it. And I said, hey, Chris. so it's funny. It's really really it's funny. So that's interesting how certain things that what you could do, and being humble is a key to success. I
Yeah.
tell people, I don't care. Some people ask me, who can you should bring this person on the show, you should bring this person on the show. I said, listen, to be really honest, those people, that person that you're saying in particular, I don't really care for that person. They don't even have a lick of ounce of humbleness in them.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I'm not going to mention any names, but if they're cocky, they're rude, they're disgusting, I don't care. They could have 70,000 million followers. I'm not going to get involved.
Yeah. I got names in head too, but
You
yeah,
know, I was like,
I know what you're talking about.
yeah, I'm like, stick to yourself. I don't care because it's irrelevant. It's not going to help me. I don't care. I'm probably going to just do the episode upset because I know this person, how this person treats other while they're streaming, how this person treats, you know, their some of the followers that just come in. They're really rude. They're cocky. They're not
Yeah.
popular anymore, but they act like they're still popular and they
Yeah.
act like they're
Yeah.
still
Yeah.
the
I
greatest.
think we have the same name in mind.
Yeah.
I
So
think we do.
I'm like, no, I'm not gonna. I don't care about that person. I don't want that person on.
Yeah. Yeah. And
I'm,
that kind of person is like you cannot have a great flow to talk with like we did or like you did with Chris actually when we talk about personal stuff, our
Mhm.
lives and how it goes. With that kind of person you can, so the podcast would just last 15 minutes because we'll
Yeah.
just talk about the point, what he's
We'll
doing,
talk
and
about.
ask 4 or 3 questions and that's it.
Yep, and that's it. That'll be. Oh, what's this? What's that? Oh, how you like the game? What do you think the game should be? What do you think the devs should do? What Ubisoft should do? Okay, well, thank you. Well, thank you so much.
Yeah,
So and
exactly,
so.
that's
Have a
it.
good
Yeah.
one. Bye. I just wouldn't even bother. I wouldn't
Yeah.
even bother to be on the show. It's they could go anywhere else. I don't care. But
Yeah.
I have integrity.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I have integrity. I'm not gonna lower myself down to that level to have somebody that like that to just spoil it and just nah.
Yeah, me neither.
I don't care to be famous. I want to be. I want to make an impact to the people that I save lives in the hospital.
Yeah. Yeah.
See what I mean?
Yeah,
The
that's great.
podcast is for fun. It's for fun.
Yeah,
But my
it's
thing
a
is to save
sideline.
somebody's mother's life, to save somebody's dad's life, somebody's daughter's life, somebody's son's life. That's my high.
And
That I'm
I
like, don't worry about it. Go home. I'm watching over them. I got everything connected. I am basically the first responder of the nurses. I'm the one that catches everything before it happens.
well,
So
I'm
go
super
sleep.
happy. Yeah, I'm happy to
Oh,
see that you're
they call
here
me
and yeah.
sometimes 2 o'clock in the morning. Hey, want to check on the nurse? I want to see how my dad is doing. I said, listen, your dad is doing fine. I'm watching over your dad, plus the nurse is watching your dad. Oh my God, thank you. I could go to sleep. Like, yeah, go to sleep. You'll be okay. If there's an emergency, yes, we're gonna call you.
That's it.
But I'm
Yeah,
watching over him as well.
that's cool.
Oh, thank you. That's my dad. I love my. Don't worry about it. I got you.
Hey,
See,
I don't want to
that's
be a show killer, but I have to go at 1 p.m. I go to the hospital
yes,
to
no
hear my
problem.
kids hurt, but
Yeah,
that's been a goddamn real pleasure. I loved it, and
yes.
anytimes I will keep following your work and
Check
I
out.
have no words.
Check
I
out.
have no words. That was just perfect. I loved it. I loved it. For the first time, I
Yeah,
loved it. And you're such professional. You know
thank
how
you.
to run a podcast. You just going with the flow. You never stop. You have a lot of questions, so it don't have any blanks in the podcast. So yeah, I loved it. You're a great guy. You're great. Yeah,
Thank
it's
you.
just
Thank
it
you.
was good. It
It's an
was good.
honor. It's an honor to have you here on the show. To be really honest, it's
It's
an
an honor for
honor
me
and pleasure
to be in a
to have you
podcast
here.
for
And
such a great org. It's good.
thank you. Well, this is what I'm gonna do. I always do this for everybody that comes on the show.
Okay.
Let everybody that's listening know how to reach you, where to find you. Give out your details. The stage is yours.
All right.
Go ahead.
So basically, to follow me, it's only on Twitter. I'm not a social media guy, so just crypto with 3i, KRIIPTO on Twitter. And yeah, give a follow to just follow my banner's work, and I'll keep doing it for 2024.
Well, there you have it, folks. Follow him on Twitter /X or X, how you call it, and is KRIIPTO. That's his name on Twitter. Phenomenal guy. He does phenomenal work. So please give him a follow. He's tremendous. You're going to see his work. If you don't know it, just go to the wildcard. Look at wildcard banner. Look at Oxygen banner. Look at Ariel Arise banner. Look at all these pros.
Not everyone put it, but
But a big majority of all of them has his banner, his design. So, okay, folks, thank you so much. And until next time, this was time went fast. It was 1 hour and 10 minutes, but I didn't feel it. I just thinking we had been here for 15 minutes. So that's how it is when you get along and good conversations happen. Okay, folks. Till next time, everybody take care. God bless. Have a good new year. Take care.